Hello, everyone. This is Rick with the Cyber Pro podcast, where industry leaders share their insights. It's 5 questions in about 9 minutes because hackers never sleep. Let's get to it. Question number one: who are you and what do you do?
My name is Sagi Brody. I am the CTO of Opti9. We are a managed cloud provider. We take ownership and accountability of managing our customers' production cloud environments, be it private cloud or public cloud. And we also have a huge presence in providing offsite backups, disaster recovery, and most recently, ransomware detection of backup and DR environments.
Amazing. Why do you love being a cyber and IT and a cloud professional at that matter?
Well, every time I think I hit the end of the runway, that it's boring, that I've learned and experienced everything that I can, it just gets longer and deeper and more complicated. It is not like running a restaurant. It doesn't, is not, you cannot, the good and bad is you cannot step away for a moment. And what's great about that is it keeps you thinking, keeps you innovating, forces you to solve interesting problems.
That's awesome. So, usually my third question is around cybersecurity as a top concern, but I'd like to pivot that a little bit for you. What does it mean when I say cloud security is a top concern, especially since that's a fairly true statement today?
I mean, for me, what I've been thinking about lately is that what's happening is that there's complexity creep. Especially with hybrid cloud, the more platforms you use, as the definition of your critical production environment changes, so does your ability to protect it. It used to be very simple before when you had your production environment in one facility, you can build a perimeter. If the definition of your critical production environment is SaaS plus public cloud plus private cloud, now how do you protect that? How do you secure that? How do you replicate that? And so we're only getting more complex as time goes on. So what's interesting, I think, is making simplicity a top priority for IT strategy. How do we mitigate the capabilities of all these new platforms while at the same trying to preserve simplicity as a goal?
That's super insightful. Jump to the fourth question. What insight do you want to share with our community?
I would just say to just to be mindful of that, just because you can consume something and use some new feature that's out there, how does that fit in line with your overall cyber strategy, your resilience strategy, your compliance strategy? Does it make it more challenging and easier? And so just do not make assumptions. Try to balance the complexity creep. And I do think that there's way too many assumptions happening in our industry. Oh, I'm using a cloud, therefore it's secure. Therefore they take care of this. Same thing with MSSPs and cloud providers. I think a lot of people have a false sense of security. So I would go back and hit up your vendors and ask them all the tough questions that you didn't ask because they seem like silly questions, because of course they must be securing this. They must be taking care of that. You don't want to learn the hard way.
Right. So don't make that assumption. Ask the question.
Yes.
Perfect. Fun question for you. What's your favorite piece of retro technology that makes you smile?
I would say the Palm Pilot. It makes me smile, but it also makes me cry because I remember having to connect one to some sort of wireless modem and SSH into servers and fix them from the Palm Pilot. It was cool that I was able actually to do that, but it was also not very cool because it took like 5 hours to do what should have taken 5 minutes.
Too funny. Thank you so much for being on the Cyber Pro podcast.
Thank you.
You did it. You made it to the end. Thanks for watching the Cyber Pro podcast. Check us out for more content.